What's up, guys? So you guys know me from TikTok, etc. Normally, I don't do questions for free, but this question was so interesting, I thought I would answer it and do a video on it. So, in the case of Wally West versus Scarlet Witch, this person asked, "Hey, isn't it possible that Wally West could just trap Scarlet Witch in the Speed Force?" And the answer to that question is, yeah, he could. So could Barry Allen and any other number of speedsters. The problem is Wally and Barry Allen have learned that that's not an end-all be-all solution, and it's not something that you should just do because you can do it, because it has dire consequences. Now, what do I mean by that? From basically Gorilla Grodd, a woolly mammoth, etc. Anything trapped in the Speed Force can gain the Speed Force over time. It's just how it works. It just because you get trapped there doesn't also mean you can't get out. We saw Superboy Prime get trapped in the Speed Force, and he found a way to break himself out. Now, the thing about Scarlet Witch is that Scarlet Witch does have dimensional travel. She can exist in multiple places at once, and she technically can't die. Even if you destroy her physical body, as long as her soul still exists, she can basically reconstitute herself and bring herself back from the dead, which is what we saw in her newest series. But resurrecting herself is something that she's always been able to do. But in the case of if Wally West was to throw her in the Speed Force, would she stay there? And the answer is, I'm sorry to say, no. This is because, again, with Scarlet Witch's powers, before she had all the upgrades she had now, she's always been able to change the laws of the universe or the laws of reality. Again, before she connected herself with the Nexus, her first huge feat was that she changed a fundamental law of the Marvel Universe, which is that no two Nexus beings can exist on the same physical plane. And she changed it. She changed it without an incantation. She just didn't have to do anything. It was something she was able to do because she has probability manipulation. Because of that, and because of the fact that she can manipulate probability, she's pretty much essentially limitless, which has already been stated. Like, she doesn't have any limits, and there's really nothing that she can't do. And anything that she can't do, she can find a workaround. So if Wally West was to trap her in the Speed Force, what would happen? Well, she would absorb it. The same way she was able to absorb the Darkhold in its own universe. You see, she went inside the Darkhold with the physical version of it, and she was not only able to absorb that book, which again in itself has its own universe, which is its own reality of Cthulhu, but she was also able to use that power to then take Cthulhu. While at the same time, we've also seen her control Nightmare Queen's universe, her world basically in the dreamscape. We've seen her be able to fight the control of Nightmare himself. When it comes to Scarlet Witch, just because she's in another world, universe, or realm doesn't mean she can't change its laws. We saw that when she went into The Wizard of Oz, which is a book. She went into that book and pretty much changed it to her betterment, which is something she can do. So if she got trapped in the Speed Force, Scarlet Witch would simply just absorb it. And she can. It's an energy source. And just like she's able to destroy the entirety of Marvel and reconstruct it, which we, got confirmation from Mad Jim Jaspers, when House of M happened, when she did No More Mutants didn't just affect mutants. It affected everything. Every mutant throughout all time, space, every reality, you name it. She basically destroyed all of it and then recreated it. It was only, I believe, a handful of mutants that this ability didn't affect. But ultimately, again, she was able to destroy the Marvel Universe and reconstruct it in her image. So yeah, if Wally West made the mistake of throwing her into the Speed Force, she would simply just absorb it, because it is her power to do so. She can do that. While at the same time, the Speed Force also has several weaknesses that she can also exploit, like sound. Basically, the Flash figured out that if you use sound, you could basically destroy the Speed Force. Like, no matter what you do, it's like the Speed Force is powerful, yes, but the fact that its weakness is sound itself, and if you have the right vibrational frequency, you could effectively kill off the Speed Force, which is actually what was happening to it at one time. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, how would Scarlet Witch know that the Speed Force has a weakness to sound? Well, one of her abilities is that whatever she touches, she can also learn its past, present, etc. She can learn all its weaknesses. She can learn everything that's happened to it. We saw this again in her newest series. She's able to know everything that's happened to you. So when it comes down to it, if Wally made the mistake of throwing her in the Speed Force, he would only be doing himself. And again, I know some of you guys are saying, "Oh, well, I don't think she could do that." Yada yada yada. Deathstroke has absorbed the Speed Force from other speedsters. Gorilla Grodd has absorbed the Speed Force from other speedsters. You have gods who have been able to control Wally West himself because they have the ability to manipulate energy. Like, this has happened to Wally, this has happened to Barry, it's happened to other speedsters. So yeah, you can be fast all day, but there are characters that can literally manipulate your Speed Force because it's still energy at the end of the day. No matter what happens, it's energy. And as long as you have energy manipulation and you can react fast enough, you can pretty much absorb their powers. There was a time when Flash was fighting Gorilla Grodd, and even he said that he was faster than Light, but not faster than Gorilla Grodd if Grodd got his eyes, because he's not faster than thoughts. If Gorilla Grodd again has his eyes on. His words, not mine. It's verbatim stated. So when it comes to Scarlet Witch, the Flash, rather be Wally or Barry, they don't have a way to actually kill her. They don't have a way to stop her. And the fact that she can exist in multiple realities at the same time while also using magic and abilities while being in different realities is just, there's just really nothing that they can do about it. I mean, they're pretty much effectively screwed. Regardless, I'm King Lion, and I'll catch you guys later.